Hi, I'm Devin Lockett, and this video is going to be about how to train a chick magnet dog. Okay, now it's been said that dog is man's best friend, and I believe that dog is man's best friend. Okay, a dog is a great companion, and a dog can really help and make your life easier. There are all kinds of dogs. Okay, there are macho dogs, there are lap dogs. Most of the time when you see guys, especially brothers, walking around with a dog, they're walking around with a pit bull. And I really don't see the logic of wanting a pit bull. I'm gonna get to that explanation in a minute. You know, sometimes you might see a big muscular guy walking down the street with a little poodle, a little fluffy dog like this little Bichon Frigé. My friend Bougie. And you wonder, well, is he gay? What's going on? Why would a big macho guy have a little fluffy, cute dog? Well, there's a very interesting logic to that, and I'm going to explain that in the course of this video. So this video is not for the lighthearted, and it's not for wimps, it's not for blue-pilled cucks, and it's not for the weak-hearted. I'm going to use some profanity, and I'm going to speak very bluntly. So I think you should really pay attention to these words of wisdom. I'm going to tell you how to train a chick magnet dog after these messages from our sponsor.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Okay, let me give you a little backstory about me. I took a contract in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at one point in my life, and that's got to be one of the most boring cities in the United States to live in. Shout out to the people who are still tolerating Sioux Falls. Anyway, in this process, found myself kind of lonely, so I decided to get some companionship. I decided to get a dog, and the dog that I got was a Bichon Frigé. Okay, I didn't want a big dog because I didn't want to have to put a dog outside in the cold or in the snow, because it gets pretty cold up there. So I wanted a dog that I could keep in the house. And I had never heard of Bichon Frigé until I'd seen his pictures on dog.com, and I just fell in love with this type of dog. So I bought him and named him Bougie. Now, what are the things you want to do if you want to have a dog that's a chick magnet? You want to have a dog that can attract you to women, okay? Because you can always get a macho dog. You can always get a big pit bull or a Rottweiler or anything and walk down the street and look macho. But you know what it says to me when somebody's walking down the street with a pit bull or a big scary macho dog? It says that 1, you're a punk. 2, you're afraid to fight. 3, you're afraid of being attacked. 4, you're insecure in your manhood and you have to express some kind of machismo by this dog. 5, you probably got your ass kicked all your life, and so now you got this big pit bull to make sure nobody kicks your ass. 6, you want to intimidate people. 7, you have no class and no culture, and you just want to follow the trend of whatever's going on in the hood. You know, I can't really think of all of the reasons why, you know, somebody would want a pit bull, but I can see all of the reasons why I would not want to have a pit bull or any kind of a macho dog. Now, I do like big dogs. I like golden retrievers and German shepherds and Great Danes. And, you know, it isn't about the size of the dog. It's just, why get a dog that's going to be a liability, that's going to bite somebody and you're going to get sued, right? It's not even worth it. None of that is even worth it. Why don't you get a dog that can actually use his keen sense of smell, right, to attract ladies into your life? Because that's what chick magnet dogs do, okay? So the first thing you do is you have to buy a dog that chicks like. Chicks don't like pit bulls, man. Chicks don't like pit bulls. So don't even waste your time with that. right? If you want to impress guys, you want to scare and intimidate guys or gangbangers or whatever, go ahead on and get yourself a pit bull. But if you want to get ladies, pit bull's not going to do it. All right, so first, you get a dog that chicks like. I recommend a Bichon Frise or a Shar-Pei or a Chihuahua. Chicks love Chihuahuas. Poodles, Pekingese. You know, there are a lot of beautiful toy dogs that are in the toy dog category that you can get, and chicks love them. Any dog that can fit in a Sherpa bag and be carried around, chicks love it. I'm just letting you know this. Okay. Now you have to keep in mind that dogs have a much more keen sense of smell than humans. This is important, and it's going to become an important issue later on in the video. Okay. Now you got your dog. That's number one. That's step number one. You got your chick magnet dog as a puppy. Okay. Number two, spoil your dog. You should have your lap dog spoiled with affection. You should have this dog accustomed to being pet and stroked and toyed and played with and loved and everything else. You should spoil your dog because it's a lap dog. It's not a home defense dog, okay? It's a lap dog. So you should make this dog feel as though everyone owes him affection. And it should be a him. It should be a him. It should be a boy dog, okay? For guys, you should get yourself a boy, small, toy, chick magnet dog, all right? Now, you spoil him. You make him feel as though he's the prince of the world and he deserves to be loved and stroked every time anyone sees him. The next thing, step 3, is to walk the dog off leash. You should walk your dog off leash. Get your dog accustomed to walking without a leash. Now, I was fortunate enough to be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, when I got my Bichon Frise, and Sioux Falls has a population of about 150,000 people, and so there's not much traffic. So it's easy to train your dog to stop at the corner, wait, and go. Those were my commands for my dog. Wait, and he'd wait at the corner, and then go. And then he would cross the street, and he would interpret exactly which direction I was going to cross. And he never got hit by a car. Well, once, but that was another story. And he was always safely walking alone and safely walking off leash. So that giving the dog that type of anonymity, that type of autonomy, that type of freedom is important. Let the dog walk off leash. Spoil your dog. Have a chick magnet dog in the first place. So now you got the first 3 steps. The 4th step, and this is the difficult part. This is the difficult part. The 4th step is to get laid. You got to get laid. That's right. You got to get a girl to show you some kind of physical or sexual attention in some way. And I know that, I know what you're going to say, right? Oh, that's the whole reason I bought the dog. Well, the dog's not going to get you laid yet. You're going to have to train the dog to get you laid. Just follow the steps here, okay? So you get laid. You bring home a girl, all right? The first thing you do when you walk into your house with your girl, with your girlfriend or your new friend or your one-night stand or whatever you want to call it, right, is you pet and stroke and love the dog. You give the dog positive strokes, not just because you're home, but because you're home with someone else. Should you have a lucky sexual encounter with your friend, right? Should you have sex? I don't know, if you have a big brother, right? There's a saying, smell my finger, right? If your big brother comes home from getting laid, undoubtedly he's going to have feminine juices all over his fingers. And so he's going to put his finger under your nose and say, smell my finger. And that's an age-old thing that happens between men. Well, it is important while you have feminine juices all over your hands and fingers after making love that you stroke your pet. Now, you're going to have to get up and go to the bathroom anyway after sex, so you might as well take advantage of the opportunity to pet your dog, okay? She doesn't have to know what you're doing, But make sure that every time you make love to a woman, that you immediately get up and pet your dog, stroke your dog, play with your dog, love your dog, reward your dog. Now you get it? This is the training. This is the training. So now the dog internalizes, okay, I brought him this girl. He loves me because of me. He has the attention of the woman. Now, dogs are mammals. They're not stupid. They can pick it up from there. All right. They understand. Okay. Because that dog also wants a bitch. So, now begins the training. So now the dog understands. The dog's keen sense of smell recognizes the aroma of the sexual fluids of the woman that you just had a sexual encounter with, because it's all over your hands. So the dog understands that you are rewarding him and that it is his fault that you brought a lady home. Now the training is taking place. Every time you take your dog out in public after that, okay, if you come across a woman or a crowd of women is even better. If any one of those women responds to you sexually, in other words, if you meet a woman, if you encounter women, and one of those women happens to particularly like you and choose you, right? When a woman chooses you, her body makes a series of chemical changes. And those chemical changes can be smelled by dogs. They can't be smelled by us, but they can be smelled by dogs. So if a woman likes you, she's going to react. Her body's going to react. And it's going to be pretty much involuntary, you know. And that aroma is going to be picked up by your dog, who is going to then go to the lady who is reacting to you, even if you don't know that she is. He's probably going to sit on her lap, or he's going to demand that she give him some affection. And once he has her attention, he's going to turn to you and bark. Bam. You now have a well-trained chick magnet dog. And this really works. This really works. Okay. So step 1, get a dog that chicks like. Step 2, spoil your dog. Step 3, train the dog to walk off leash, And step 4, get laid. Step 5, whenever you get laid, reward the dog after you have sex. And that's pretty much it. And step 6, take your dog with you everywhere you go. Okay? A well-trained chick magnet will definitely go hunting for you every time you go out with the dog. This is just a public service announcement from Devin Lockett, and I hope it really sticks, okay? Now, we're going to talk about some precautions of this after another word from our sponsor.
BiomedRx Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.
Precautions to having a well-trained chick magnet. Okay, so now that you've got your dog trained, now that he's a well-trained chick magnet and he's bringing you the attention and the affection of women, you have to use this animal with care. You have to make sure you love and appreciate your chick magnet. And you have to also understand that sometimes he's going to trigger in the most inappropriate moments. Sometimes you're going to find that your dog triggers with women who are married or who are otherwise not available or compromised to have a relationship with you. Just pretend that the dog is extremely friendly and keep stepping. But you know, and I know, that your dog is still at work and your dog is working to bring you some attention. So I hope you like this video. This is a very valuable video on how to train a chick magnet. And if you like this video, comment, Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the video, and by all means, join us on Patreon if you want to give us some support at patreon.com/Devin Lockett. And I think that's all I have to say. I would say be kind, because kind is a new sexy. Stay blessed and stay healthy, but this is the Devin Lockett channel. So I'm just going to say stay cool, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.